Yo guys, what's up? My name is Judge Prime, the ITK, here again with another video. Now today we are talking about Bruno Mars' latest album, 24K Magic. Now Bruno Mars is a very talented and versatile artist, a great songwriter. I'd say this album to me feels sort of like a time machine, a flashback. It's sort of like one giant throwback Thursday. You're getting a lot of retro sounds on this, a lot of 80s/90s R&B on here. You're also getting throwbacks to eras of funk on here. You're having him tap into, people like James Brown on the track Perm, where he's just saying, you need to relax. 24K Magic is a very nice R&B track, very funky. Again, another track on here, that's what I like. Sounds like a more 90s era R&B track, very sensual, very chill, very slow track. And then the next track, Versace on the Floor, very lovely sentimental track, a track you can slow dance with your girl to. A lot of these tracks are going to be doing very well in clubs, on the dance floor and elsewhere. I don't think these are tracks that I'll particularly be listening to on a daily basis. And I think it's a good album. I think my only problem with it is that a lot of these tracks just feel like him paying homage to his predecessors, artists that have paved the way for him, instead of doing something different or sort of changing a sound or adding his own zest or flavor. There isn't anything on this album that particularly stands out or is ear-grabbing to me. It just sounds like, a very nice tribute to artists that have come before him, to sounds and to styles that have come before him, rather than Bruno Mars taking these sounds and saying, you know what, I'm creating something very different or very new with this. I think a lot of people who grew up in the 80s and 90s will appreciate this album, will enjoy this album, and will have a very nostalgic feel to it. I think it's also a good thing for younger people to be reintroduced or introduced to these sounds that they may not be familiar with. I don't think it will be as commercially successful as as having maybe 1 million sales a week. I don't think this sound would be something that's quite appealing to the mass in general. It's a good album. It's a 7/10 for me. Like I said, it didn't have anything that really stood out to me. It didn't have anything that really, was like, oh, he really did something crafty or different on here. But at 9 tracks, it's a good album. Definitely give it a listen if you're a Bruno Mars fan or a fan of pop. If you grew up in that 80s and 90s era, you like a throwback, this is another album for you. If you like funky music, groovy music, music to get you moving on the dance floor, go and cop this album, Bruno Mars, 24K Magic. Well, those are my thoughts on this album. What do you think of this album? Is it album of the year for you? Is it a disappointing album from Bruno Mars? Let me know down in the comments below. Like I said, 7/10 for me. My name is Judge Prime. I hope you have a blessed day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.